Whether you are reaching for your sunglasses in the Maritimes or bracing for a soaking in the Great Lakes, this week is serving up a massive atmospheric reshuffle. From a record-breaking wet spring in Ontario to a long-awaited warm-up in the west, we are tracking it all. The big picture, an atmospheric handoff. We are watching a major shift in the national jet stream. A large upper-level trough, currently sitting over the west, is beginning its slow trek eastward. You can see this transition on the satellite imagery. The deep blues representing cooler, unsettled air are migrating toward Ontario and Quebec. What does this mean for your backyard? It's a total flip-flop. The west, which has been shivering through unseasonably cold temperatures and record snowfall, is finally seeing a ridge of high pressure build in. Meanwhile, the east is about to trade its recent warmth for a much more unsettled and eventually cooler start to May. Ontario and Quebec, double trouble. For residents in Ontario and the St. Lawrence Valley, keep the rain gear close. We are dealing with a two-wave event that is keeping the region soggy. Wave 1, the morning soaker. The first wave of moisture is pushing through the Greater Toronto Area and southwestern Ontario this morning. While the rain will turn more scattered by the afternoon, that is exactly when the risk for thunderstorms begins to climb. We aren't expecting widespread severe weather, but non-severe, rumbly afternoon showers are a near guarantee. Wave 2, the St. Lawrence target. The secondary system is more focused on eastern Ontario and the St. Lawrence Valley. Between Tuesday and Wednesday, this area is looking at 20 to 30 millimeters of rain quite easily. However, if you are under one of those embedded thunderstorms, those totals could quickly spike over 50 millimeters. Travel alert, heavy rainfall warnings and special weather statements are already in effect for northern Ontario and the Nickel Belt as the system slowly drifts toward James Bay. Western Canada, the long-awaited break. It has been a rough April for the prairies. Calgary has already doubled its average monthly snowfall, but the light at the end of the tunnel is finally here. The prairies' conditions are clearing out across southern Manitoba as the weekend system pushes east. For Alberta and Saskatchewan, expect a generally quiet and warming trend over the next 48 hours. British Columbia, it remains a bit unsettled along the south coast with some fog and light winds overnight, and the interior might see a few spotty showers or even a stray rumble of thunder. The dry stretch, by Wednesday, we see a universal calm. Aside from some rain moving into the north coast on Thursday, much of BC and Alberta will enjoy a much-needed dry stretch with temperatures finally returning to seasonal norms. Atlantic Canada, the calm before the front. If you want the best weather in the country today, look to the east. Atlantic Canada is currently the fair weather champion of the nation. Tuesday and Wednesday, enjoy the sunshine. While the rest of the country deals with shifting troughs and heavy rain, the Maritimes and Newfoundland will remain seasonably warm and dry. The arrival, this beautiful stretch won't last forever. The heavy rain currently drenching Ontario will hold off to the west through Wednesday, but by Thursday night and into Friday, that system finally makes its move into the Atlantic region. Looking ahead, a cold start to May. As we turn the calendar page, don't pack away the sweaters just yet. On the backside of this Colorado low, a lobe of cold air is set to dive into eastern Canada. While the west builds into a ridge of warmth, the east will likely see a dip in temperatures for the first weekend of May, with some areas even seeing a few wet flakes mixed in with the lingering showers. It is a record-breaking start to the season for many. Stay tuned as we continue to track these developing systems.